Looks like we are on the play. It's rough, but since I have Brainstorm with Tammy, not the worst in the world. Plus I'm on the play. I'm not going to be commentating as much. We are in a league. I don't need any more disadvantages as it is. This is good. Probably like bug beans or something. Land would be nice. Didn't get a land, but that's fine. Wow. Alrighty. I'm going to hide this in case I get thought seized. Okay. I can get a Brainstorm back next turn, but I'm just going to be using Ponder. So I'll be seeing 2 fresh cards. I think that's much better. Probably just take up right away. This has me thinking it's like bug beans is my guess. They played a turn. They played a land for turn, so they're not doing anything else here in terms of mana production. But there are some cards there that they're really thinking about. And they've thought. Prismatic Ending. Off-white. Still bug-ish. Alright, they're searching. This could be quite nice. If we can find some land, let's see. It declines to use Ponder, so there's that. Let's do this. A mountain. A mountain. Do you see this? A mountain? That means I can't even, like, I play a mountain. Okay, I get Ponder next turn. Is that where I want to be? No, because I think like a Force of Will could ultimately be better if I find that or any other land. So let's do this. Let's do this. Alrighty. This is the hand that I signed up for. Do I have any black mana yet? Still searching? Yes. Could this be like show and tell? Not show and tell, just like a, yeah, show and tell with the green version. It's a possibility. Which my hand is really bad for. I'm starting to think it might be, it's either they're taking so long because of Tamiyo or they're looking for combo pieces. Yeah, most likely combo. So the thing is here, I probably need a Force of Will. They've been digging so much, like next turn this is going to be, so if they have one more mana plus this, they would need like a Tomb or something. I think I'm just going to go for the ultimate here with the biggest possible upside. At the end of the day, I can crack a clue. So this and this next spell can't be countered. Yeah, there's the tomb. As expected. Is there anything I want to put in? Snapcaster Brainstorm. I don't want to draw a clue. If they have Omniscience, back to basics is useless. I think it's just going to be let it resolve. If it's an Atraxa, that's fantastic. If, big if. Yeah, there's that. Really? Am I missing something here? Nothing to do? Okay. I was going to say, I will brainstorm in response here. Force is good. I think I let stock up happen. So what do I want to get back? Probably just like this. And oh, still no lands. It's unfortunate. Okay. I mean, what are they going to have aside from that? They've really been digging. That could be bait, but I am going to let them do that. Okay. Blue, green. This. I don't mind going after the surgical angle, counter it and extract it. And we didn't see red there. Consign is like, as we talked about, Emrakul. Is there anything else? Might be some usage for that where I could probably just bring it in. I don't think I want any of these. I could probably keep in one. I don't think there's anything. I'm just going to assume that we're not playing against a lot of creatures in this. Back to basics looks good. Actually, is there really anything that I want that against? Don't care for Batterskull here. Stony Silence, unless they have one ring, but I think something like that. I think that looks pretty good. Took out all removal, so if they have something else that needs to be plowed, then we're just going to live and die by that. Could probably take out a Stoneforge and maybe... Is there anything that's going to be a creature that is, you know, less than 3 casting? Maybe that, because that can also hit, say, an artifact. So maybe something like that. That's like my little extra. We'll go with that. Yes. I'll keep this. It's pretty good. Playing Lavinia means they can't play Show and Tell until turn 3. Also turns off counter magic. I do like that. I don't like that. Okay. Do they play Daze is the question. I think here brainstorming, end of turn, and then next turn I can play Lavinia and have Pyroblast up and play around Daze is better. Yes. Sure. Sure. Did they like it? Cunning Wish. Because if I just play Lavinia here, they can just Ancient Tomb, you know. Okay, that's good. We will Brainstorm here. Getting rid of this, most likely. That's cool. That wasn't even needed. That wasn't a desperation, so that's completely fine. Oh, hello. They can only daze once if they do have daze. They can force and pierce. Anything forced is clearly getting Pyroblasted. Next turn we set up for back to basics. Brainstorm. You got it. This is a great card against combo. If you saw my Oops All Spells match, you'll see it's fantastic there as well. So they can play, if this doesn't end up getting counter, if it hits the board, if it's good, they can play Show and Tell, but I can counter it and they can't fight back. So that's good. If that's the case, I'm just playing back to basics the turn after that. What do you got? Okay. So they're going to need Daze and or just another force. Mountain. Counter target spell. It is blue. Excellent. So we want them to cantrip next turn, then back to basics. I'm not sure what they have in their deck for removing this, but we will see. But yeah, next turn we're attacking first, and then playing back to basics. Most likely. This is good. Perfect. They get another land. Hopefully it's not an actual island. It is an island, unfortunately. Okay. I think stock up actually is going to be, well, it's going to make it really difficult for them to play, especially with a lot less mana. But stock up is more so, and they can pierce it if needed. So keeping them off 1 mana, so then they'll have 1, 2, 3. They're not going to be able to do a lot. I think back to basics here is fine. If it lands, If they pierce it, it's fine. Like next turn I can just stock up. And I know I don't have mountain up, but I'd rather just not fetch. And yeah, I forgot. They can't, should have remembered that. They can't do anything spiffy there. They can't spell pierce. Okay, that's really good. Here I do want to fetch there. That way I can keep up red, because I am looking for reds. Okay, there's that. Don't need that, don't need that. So back to basics we have. So just like Force and Jace here. Not the greatest, but they are cards. We'll play that. We need our lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have Hardcast Force of Will up, and then we will have Force Pitch Jace. Okay. So they can pierce. Well, that will get a basic, clearly. I have to remember that this is not Teferi. They have 4 lands. I was thinking about playing that because if I do, I get another land, I can play around Spell Pierce. That is something to keep in mind. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shuffle. Do I want to play Jace next turn? Or just keep up Force of Will and then see they're gonna have 1, 2, 3 mana, assuming like if they play another land, they could have. I'm just thinking about Pierce and Show and Tell is what they can do here. Or Pierce and Force Show and Tell and Fluster. That's why I have like having 2 layers. So if I play Jace, I'm gonna ultimately want to find another blue card with it. So there's that. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. They have plenty of mana. Okay, so that makes me think I am not going to be what's the word? I'm not going to be playing Jace because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have Force of Will, I have Spell Pierce, and I have Hardcast Force of Will. So 1, 2, 3. Spell Pierce doesn't work. They're going to need to like cantrip again. If I can, I'd probably just Hardcast Force of Will. I want to use my mana efficiently. Depend on what they do. Like I don't want them to cast Show and Tell. I want them to like cantrip first, then cast it. They could also just like play Veil, right? So if they tap this down, they have Veil. Then they have 1, 2, 3, and they can do stuff. But Omniscience, right? That's not going to work very well with that. This game brought to you by Lavinia. So my hand is pretty decent, but it's not like backbreaking. It really depends on what they have. Like if they play Veil first, that's not something I want to see. 1, 2, 3. So this can be Show and Tell. I can't pierce it, but if they pierce, I can pierce back. Stock up. Yeah, you can have that. That means they're going to have 3 mana. That's not killing me, but they are dead in 2 turns. And I get to draw an extra blue card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So having another land I don't think would be the worst in the world. Okay, well, there's more mana. 1, 2, 3. Looks like they are going for it. Looks like they are not going for it. Well, those are going to be off next turn. Ah, there's Veil. Carpet. That is a pretty good draw, actually. So they're going to get 2 more mana. Then they're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, plus their Tomb. That's not killing me. They can have their extra mana. next turn, if they don't go, they're moving to the next main if they're going to do anything, but that's going to be turned off after I attack if they make it there. It's kind of like they're just trading their tomb with that. So this might be, what's it called? Veil? No. Eureka. Something. What is it? So 2 backup. So I think here we just hard cast it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need to like keep red up. So they can't daze anything. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this. I am just going to... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got to do it this way. We can pierce their Veil of Summer. And then we can Force of Will pitching, yeah. And then Lavinia sees Pater. Excellent. So that was very carefully thought about by my opponent, me as well. Just like I knew Veil was going to be the worst there. So Consign To Memory, is there really anything besides an Emrakul trigger that I'm worried about? Like, can that probably just come back in? But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't think there's anything else we want to bring in here. Stony Silence might turn off a Petal if they have one. And we didn't see any reason to bring in Prismatic Ending. It's pretty much just kind of mess around until you have the combo and then fire it off. So with that in mind, is Prismatic Ending versus Consign. I think I'll just throw the other one in there for the blue card. And if they have some type of creature, then, you know, we'll do what we need to do. Alrighty. Here we go. Such an easy mulligan. They are... I don't know what they're doing. This is... not fascinated by it. I will keep. This is decent for planes like this, but this can get planes or red. I'll probably just... actually cancel. I do play back to basics, but I think having the option to have planes is decent. Not a good hand, for the record. Not a good hand at all. Pierce. Not what they're looking for. I think that might be the best play here. Like if they play Show and Tell, I blast it. Turn 2, I can Ponder. We haven't seen any Dazes in their deck. If they did, maybe I'd put them on like 1 or maybe 2. But this is a good reason to keep. There's the Ancient Tomb. Show and Tell plus backup. No. That card's not killing me. So I'm going to let it be. Next turn, I'm going to be pondering for Force, pretty much. Another red blast wouldn't be bad. That way, if they do something like this again, I will happily blast it just to kind of use up my mana. Since this can only, you know, you can use it once per turn with your 1 mountain. And we don't have a Volk. This would actually have been pretty good. All they have to do is wait a little once they assemble the combo. That is their turn. Brainstorm's pretty good too. I don't mind doing that on their turn. Like give them something maybe to pierce. I don't think I'm playing around days, and plus I can get rid of some cards here too. But yeah, this would be an end of turn Brainstorm. Okay, fun. So they get 1 extra mana. Kind of pretty much just changing. I guess that's a reason for Prismatic Ending. Blue. Sure. Excellent. So snap. Definitely not this. Snap can be good. Maybe I just don't shuffle, but I'm not playing Stoneforge anytime soon. I also need a clock. I don't think stock up is where I want to be. They are, if I don't have another land, yeah. So they will be getting that. End of turn, I can Brainstorm with Snap. I like that. Two extra mana. I don't want to see the village. You know, can't be countered type of thing. Not what I'm looking for. 4 mana. Is this stock up? If it is stock up, I don't want to blast it just because then they can just, you know, no. Well, there's that. Okay, well, here come the fireworks. So Veil, Force of Will, and then 2 other layers of protection pretty much. Sink into Stupor. Sure. Flusterstorm's already going to beat me. That's why I'm wondering, like, if I can Brainstorm here. Maybe bait something in the process. Well, then, actually, no. I think I could do that last. Yeah. Because if I do it now, they can Spell Pierce me if they have it. So with that being said, let's do this. Okay. End of turn, I do want to Brainstorm. Did I shuffle? Let's see, I forgot if I remember my top cards. Activates Prismatic Vista, plays Tundra. So I don't, but I do also want to keep up Snap, like Pyroblast, and I have a lot of good draws here. I want to use my mana, so for those reasons, I do want to Brainstorm. Okay, it's not the worst. I can Tamiyo, something like this. So I can't play around Spell Pierce either way. Like if I do Snapcaster, so I will do this. End of turn, I can Brainstorm. Flip it. Or I might just want to snap and save for Pyroblast, most likely, depending on what they're playing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think blasting this is good. But then what do I have underneath? Like nothing great. Tough to say. Loading up on 3 cards. Yeah. Blast. They might have Spell Pierce here, but, you know, that's... Spell Pierce, Daze, like anything. Okay. So they are spinning their wheels ever so slightly. I think cracking a clue here is where I want to be. If I draw a Ponder, I can flip it. Next turn, get a Force of Will after. And then I'll keep my shields down maybe for 1 turn. Okay. And I will... Yeah. I can fetch red off this for the... Clearly the red blast I have in my hand. Kaldra will be 7 next turn. Cryptic Coat would be a blue card for force if needed. And at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have enough permanents where if they Emrakul, I can, you know, still do my thing. So I have 1 unknown in my hand, but they've clearly been looking for the other parts of their combo. But I think here drawing cards is the most important, because we lose by them playing Show and Tell, Omniscience, and we have a lot of great cards that we can find, like Surgical, we can just snipe it right there. Lavinia is fantastic. Counter Magic. We don't have a blast in the graveyard, so Snap isn't the greatest, but I mean, we could find a Brainstorm is great too. Flip this after we attack. 2 mana. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's put in the card they know about. What do they have in their hand? Do they have nothing? Is this... Wow. Okay. Oh, that hurts. I was going to say, if I had gotten Batterskull there, I could have used this. There you go. That's how you win the game. But that didn't happen, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Damage. A lot of good draws here. Any cantrip. Wow. All right, so we're stocking up. And I want to keep... What's the most important thing to keep up? You know what? I'll just... Here, this is what we want to keep red and blue up, so if we fetch this way... Depending on what we get. We're not looking for Plow or Prismatic Ending, so let's cast it this way. Spell Pierce? Force. Okay, well, it's... Do they have... They pretty much have to brick. But I'd have to look back at it before, but that would have been the win if I took Batterskull and then, all right, sweet. I finished off with a 3 and 2, but that was the end of that one. Hope you enjoyed it. I only got to, film a few of these. The other ones were against aggro, but I won against all the combo decks, which is kind of ironic. So hope you enjoyed that, and that'll be it.